Oh, I should have just taken on e4. I'm distracted right now because of the because I'm trying to broadcast at the same time. I'm not even sure if I'm live, and if I'm not live, then I'm literally talking to myself about being distracted. Story of my life. All right. Seems like we might be going live in un momento, por favor. We're going to broadcast Title Tuesday. And right now I'm playing FIDE Master Shwebathar. Sounds like a bad guy from He-Man. I've sacrificed the exchange, and I'm proud of it. I'm going to try to get compensation with my active pieces in the center. And that's what we're going to do right now. He plays knight to d4. Okay, no real threats. I have knight to d5 at certain points. The real issue is I'm down on time, mainly because I've been taking so much time to try to get this broadcast going at the same time as the game. So hopefully we are live and rocking. I have strong knights in the center and a pawn as far as compensation goes. I'm going to overprotect my queen here in case there's any discoveries with the knight giving check. I'm playing quick moves. It's 3 minutes with a 2-second increment. That is the time control of Title Tuesdays. If you're not aware of what Title Tuesdays are, it is a tournament only for title players on Chess.com on the last Tuesday of every month. Every Tuesday, every last Tuesday of the month is a Title Tuesday. Gosh, everything looks so delicious to me right now. Knight e4 just looks like it's begging to be played. I don't have enough time to sit here and debate about tactics, though. I have to play quickly and make sure that no blunders occur. I'd like to get something going on h3, perhaps bishop to c6. Oh, perhaps queen to d5 looks good. Pinning the g2 pawn so that rook takes h3 is a threat. Could have maybe even played that last move. But I got my king off the pin, and that's a start. If anybody hasn't given comments yet on the Cookie Monster hat fashion statement today, that is a you problem. Clearly I look good doing it. Don't worry about playing good chess moves, just look good doing it. Alright, story of my life. Alright. I realize right now it seems like a lot of things are the story of my life. Bishop to c8 is a weird move. But I want to avoid the trade because I'd like to put my bishop and queen on the diagonal there together. I guess I'll take and then bring the king back to g7. Unless he takes with the rook, I'll probably play bishop here first, yeah. Gain a tempo, put the bishop on the diagonal. 2-second increment is not a lot of time right now. And I don't want to lose my first game being broadcasted live on Title Tuesday, especially to a weaker opponent. So I need to play quickly and gain some time back on the clock. Knight e4 is still just looks like it should be considered. And how, right? I almost have threats of like moving the knight and taking on h3, where it should just be like winning on the spot. Ugh. Can I take h3 and then move the... I'm going to play... No, that would be bad. Play f5. Guard the knight. This can't be a survivable position. Knight to g5 is a really strong threat now, though. Okay, he didn't see it. Oh, no, it's not a very strong threat. I have to play queen e5. Okay, give check. Pre-move back. And then protect the bishop. Maybe. He doesn't want to draw. He's completely worse here. Almost losing. Whoa! That's just a queen, baby girl. He was obsessed with my clock. Forgot that he's just getting mated in this position. Boomtown. Population U, bro. I'll just pre-move checkmate because for kicks and gigs, it's always fun. Black won by resignation. Welcome, everybody, to Title Tuesday. And I'm playing in the third Title Tuesday tournament along with super grandmasters like Jabava and Andreykin and Georg Meyer and Dominguez Perez. The list goes on. We're looking at a list of super strong grandmasters in this tournament right now. I've won my first game. Let's back up and take a quick look. In case you're just joining us, we had a Dragon Sicilian. My opponent shied away from the Yugoslav attack. You know, that would be Bishop e3 and Queen d2 and the sharpest variations. Played a classical approach with an early retreat of the knight, which is designed to prevent d5. Very commonly, black wants d5 if he can get it in this structure because it opens lines and sort of equalizes in the center. But this is all theory, and one of the things about this position is white is not really threatening f5 because it opens up these positional weaknesses on e5 and e4. But my opponent went ahead and played, and I just happily retreated. I'm not even looking to give up the bishop pair because now I'm going to put a knight on e5 and immediately threaten tactics, as you saw. I'm not saying the exchange sack is just clearly better for black. It's unclear. Here I probably could have considered taking on f5, but I was sort of distracted as far as getting the broadcast going here on twitch.tv. If you're joining us on twitch.tv, we're broadcasting live from Chess.com. It seems that the broadcast is going well. I assume everybody can hear and see me and that they are excited to be here. Go ahead and head back to Chess.com and make sure that is the case. Looks like it. Looks like things are rocking. And everybody's enjoying themselves. Graphics look okay. Broadcast looks okay. Sound looks okay. So I could have maybe taken on f5, but it's not so simple. I mean, taking f5, he has knight to d4. My pieces are sort of overloaded in the center. My bishop has to defend the knight. He's starting to take and open up things with check. So I think just retreating the knight and accepting that I have a pawn for the exchange is also pretty good. Because this position, really the reason why this exchange stack works so well for black is white doesn't have a very clear plan here. And certainly not the way he played it. He probably needs to try to be more aggressive on the queen side. I wonder if there weren't tactics missed all over the place by me. With knight e4, I don't know. I wanted to play like queen to d5 and take on h3 because the pawn's pinned. But I was really just playing intuitive moves here and trying to avoid blunders. Trusting that I had compensation anyway. And here I think the position is already just losing for black. Sorry, for white. Even if he doesn't, even if he repeats again, I'm going to play bishop to a8 so that the bishop's defended, which opens up some threats of moving this knight to a number of discovery squares. You know, things like that. And okay, Title Tuesday is off. If you're wondering still who this Sesame Street character is, the Cookie Monster, obviously. If I could be any Sesame Street character, I clearly would have been the Cookie Monster, who now apparently enjoys vegetables. It's like, has our culture gone that far where they're so worried about promoting kids eating cookies that now he enjoys vegetables? Or they think that his addiction to cookies was like, you know, bad for promoting that having addictions to things are okay. I think that's why they changed it. They changed the format of Cookie Monster. So I don't even let my kids watch Sesame Street anymore. I don't need that, you know, regulated cookie addiction. I don't need that. All right. Well, we're going to wait here for round 2 to start, and we're going to keep streaming. We should go and check out some of the other games by the top players, and right as I say that, Mr. Dmitry Andreikin, got to be the clear favorite to win today, right? I mean, Jabava's won before, Georg Myers won before. As I said, we have, who else do we have here? We have Dominguez Perez, just obviously super strong. Lots of other GMs too. Can't even list them all. Total players, how many players do we have in the event today? Over 50? Oh my gosh, look at that. Who just got paired with the top seed in the tournament? This guy. All right, you guys ready to take Dmitry Andreikin to Smash Town? Let's do it. And he's a deathmatch winner and a deathmatch loser. He's played 2. And he plays this early bishop f5 against the Verisov. Okay, now I will play the f3 line and look to be super aggressive here. Yeah, we're just going to go for it, play h4, and here we come. I've never played Dmitry before, not in any casual blitz setting on Chess.com either. but we're just going to go for it. Play e3. I want to put the bishop on d3 and have a fun time. I don't want to take there, but I've played a number of moves here. I think this move is just fine. If he takes, I'll take back. The double pawns are not as bad as they look because they are supportive of some of the key central squares and the idea of playing g5. If he takes on d3, I'll take with the queen now. He plays knight to c6, understandable. He wants to develop quickly. He's probably going to prepare to castle long, anticipating that white's attack will be good here and doesn't want to castle into the storm. So if he takes on d3, in some cases you can take with the pawn, because with these double pawns, again, you're controlling a lot of key squares, and you're anticipating that the structure in the center might change, so that the double pawns might, offer some flexibility, plus you get the c-file. But he doesn't know the line, and that's already the key step to winning in Blitz, all right, is you have to play things that can sometimes surprise your opponent. We'll play a3. Again, a flexible move. Now I'm going to take and play queen up to d3. Yeah, we'll take, and we'll pre-move queen to d3. I'm going to castle long myself here. I'm not worried about e5. Should I be worried about that, or should I just take on g5? Both are actually not bad possibilities. Yeah, I'll just take it and then castle. Put the king on b1. Of course I want to prepare e4, which is just natural. e5, again, is not something I'm worried about, mainly because g5 becomes weak. So let's play e4 now while we have the chance. He's not thrilled about that. Wait a second. Hold a tick. I can take and give check and then pick up the g-pawn. That's a pawn town. Winning a pawn town. Population me, bro. Yeah, I'll go for it. Check. The only question is if I should take on f7 or g5. There's so many pawns to win. This is definitely better for me. We'll see if I can pull it off against the blitz stud that is Dmitry Andreikin. Knight takes d5 is also possible, though he can take on a3. Queen takes d5 is not possible because of bishop to f4 check. If knight takes d5, bishop takes a3, b takes a3, rook takes d5. Es no muy bueno. I'm going to put the king on b1 and basically say that I want to be prophylactic in this position against some tactics, and I wasn't sure whether or not knight to c4 and some tactics on a3 were a real threat. Plus now I'm officially threatening to play queen takes d5. So if he ignores that, I will likely go gobble up the pawn, right? Gobble, gobble. I'd love to take f7, take g7, g5, and d5, but hey, nobody gets what they want, right? Can't have everything in life. All right. He plays knight to c4, anticipated it was, because knight to e3 is coming. I think I need to take on d5 with the queen. Actually, he's going to take on a3. We saw this coming, and I'm not sure if I should play b3 and take there, leaving the bishop awkward, or if I should take on a3. I'd love to actually just move the knight, but there's no good squares, is there? Let's play b3 and see what he wants to do with that. Oh, wait, am I losing the exchange on knight b2? That was a blunder. Played well, but I did not... I don't know why I didn't think knight b2. I was just looking at the force lines with rook takes d5. So I think I'm going to lose the exchange. Though I'm going to have some strange compensation, so I'm not going to give up on this game. I would love to find a way to take advantage of that bishop and knight there and just win my piece back, but I don't think I can do it. I think I'm going to play c4. We'll take. Try to use our knights, our active knights in the center, to deliver some compensation. Yeah. Oh, wait. Should I play king up, actually, instead? Definitely blew it. Was in a good spot against the legend that is Andreikin, but I didn't quite keep my focus. Yeah, now he's simplifying. He's going to take, and I got to take back with the knight. Although he can also just put pressure on g4. Yes, we know what you want to do. I'm going to get my king out of the mating net that is coming with rook to e2. Put the king on a3. The knight on d5 is strong. It makes it a little bit difficult for him, that's all. Of course, I'm losing, for sure. But it does make it a tiny bit difficult. I'd love to play here and get something. Yeah, but there's nothing. I was, had grand illusions. But I can't even play rook d8, king f7, rook over, because he has rook g2 check, and he'd pick up the knight on c3, so. There were no tactics that worked for me, yeah? Not today. Not today. Not against Andreykin. That's right, you like that? That's a little perpetual check coming at you. Coming at you hard. Coming at you hard. Somebody just got a draw. Almost. Not really. Or did I? What is going on here? I didn't realize how strong my threat was. Give a little check-a-rooski. I should probably go take on a7, actually. Yeah, we know what you're doing. You give your little checks. You guard on d6. Now ask me if I care. I do care, actually. I didn't mean it like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where's the continued compensation? Can I give check-a-rooski? Let's play tickle with the king. See if we can't walk him into some tactics. We will play the tickle with the king. He goes to e6 or e8. We're playing knight c7 check. Problem is, if I come to d5, is he can just sacrifice, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So that hurts. He's just going to sacrifice the rook for the knight, and I have nothing. Running out of compensation. Running out of tricks. Man, that's really too bad. I was so much better in that middle game. I was so much better in that middle game. That's too bad. Uh-oh. Yeah. Big problems for me. Now he threatens mate, and I run. And I just hope that there's... that's even better for him. That's the simplest. Okay. Resign town. Population me, bro. Okay. This was rough, but we learned something about each other. Dmitry, what makes him so good is, he is just the most resourceful. So I got a good position out of this Verasov, this aggressive line here, bringing the heat on the king side, and it also has a practical factor that a lot of people don't know it, and that's why they don't necessarily know the right setup. But I think he played e5 with. Or I think he played queen c6. I doubt he saw all the tactics there, or maybe he just calculated that he must be getting some compensation. Makes me wonder if e4 was a possibility immediately before I commit my king over there. But okay, so e4, queen to c6, and if I'm not getting something concretely with queen f5, is it possible the whole idea is just bogus, and I should actually just keep that I have a little bit of a positional edge, maybe play something like queen to b5? The advantage of that move is it forces the queens off the board. White's maintaining a little bit of an edge in the middle game. Not much. From a structural perspective, the bishop isn't a great minor piece. The knights will do fine with a lot of pawns in the center here. But okay, I calculated this, and I wanted to go for it. I got a lot of pawns to take. Maybe the best thing to do is to just be more aggressive and start gobbling pawns and call his bluff on the mate. Though I doubt it. If queen takes f7, and then rook to f8, and then queen takes g7, again, you can't take d5 because bishop f4 check. So takes, rook f8, takes here. If he takes f3, I can win another pawn with tempo. Maybe some sort of all-out aggressive assault to the king side is the best play for a blitz game. Black is going to get some dangerous threats here. I mean, knight to c4, there's all kinds of shenanigans happening on b2 and a3. Makes you regret playing a3. You know, really a target I created for myself. It also prevents you from ever kicking the knight out of c4 when you played a3 because b3 is just going to drop the pawn. So it's not ideal to have this kind of position, and that's probably why I felt the heat. I didn't like ideas of his queen coming here. Certainly there's sacrifice threats, so I played queen takes d5 and traded, and then I blundered the piece. So here I should just take, and he'll take on d5, and then I have to defend the pawn, but I'm probably worse there. That's why I didn't like it. I mean, if I take a3 and he takes here, and I play rook up to guard the pawns, and he, you know, I don't know, maybe he gives like check and goes here. Probably a better chance for me to hold the endgame, but I'm worse, I think. So, but I blundered, and I played b3, because obviously if he takes here and I take here, this is a better structural, if we're evaluating the transition of those trades, this would be better. I mean, there's no clear good space for the rook. I can play something like c3, and my king has this nice, comfortable hole to come into. If he plays rook e8, I can defend. Here, white's probably pushing in this endgame a little bit. But again, the problem was I missed knight to b2, and he went up the exchange, and then showed some of that Russian technique, right? Classic Dmitry, just playing from Moskva right now, going on midnight. Hats off to you, Dmitry. And you'll never watch this show. I know that, because you don't entertain yourself. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. You need to get a little more joy in your life. You know, you're welcome. You're welcome for that pro tip. How's the broadcast looking? We're streaming. We're enjoying ourselves. Everyone's having a fantismo time. We will be, we are a bunch of title players competing for $1,000 in cash on Chess.com right now. As you can see, there are super GMs amongst the likes of Andreikin, Dominguez Perez, Jabava, the list goes on. Hikaru didn't make it. He actually let me know on Skype ahead of time that he didn't get to his hotel in time. He's traveling right now to a different tournament, and he didn't get there in time to pull off stable internet. So now I am white against the National Master Italian Machine, who I have played before, believe it or not. And here we go. Clock has started. Let's play the Verosov again. Let's see what happens, right? Jingle jangle. Don't play with me. Call me Shirley. Alright, we're going to play the Verosov again. I doubt he was watching my game with Andreikin. The Verosov is my new favorite blitz weapon. Okay, e6. Now I'm supposed to play e3 early. You have to be careful not to go for these crazy f3 lines against an aggressive c5, because the transition does not always work out well. But there's a basic middle game plan here that works. A basic middle game plan here that works for white, and I'm going to show it in action. Okay, he doesn't play bishop to d6, which would force bishop to d3, but the plan from my perspective is very similar. I'm going to take and play for e4, which I probably could have done already. a3 is sort of a prophylactic move, prepares b4 in a lot of positions against queen w6. So this is sort of the idea. Yes, it was an airplane reference. It's like, if you guys don't start, you need to bring your game to a higher level in terms of pop culture. All right? Do you ever see me bring anything less than my A game? No, you don't. If he trades into the endgame thinking I'm happy with that, he would be making a big mistake, because the d-file control prevents black from completing the development on the queen side. At least makes it difficult. So that's why taking on e4 and trading on d1 is not right. He recognizes that. The problem is this opening and change in the center still favors white. In fact, I can already take on f6 and play queen e4, which forces g6, and then I take h6, and everybody's happy. Takes, queen e4, g6, bishop takes h6, rook to d8. The b-pawn is hanging in a lot of those positions. So am I in a rush? Should I just play c3 here? c3 also looks good. c3 guards the b2 pawn. At bishop d7, I take, queen e4, g6, bishop h6, shake and bake. Still crushing. But why am I being shy? Just take, queen e4, g6, bishop h6, and then drive the h pawn. Word, homie. Let's bring the noise and the funk. We're going to take on h6, and then I'm going to drive the h pawn and open up this diagonal. I'm not going to guarantee mate on h7, but I rarely play on the b1 h7 diagonal. I just prefer Dos Equis when I do it. Classic, most interesting man in the world reference. You're welcome, world. You're welcome. h4, here it comes. h5 to follow, and everybody's happy. That's no muy bueno for my opponent. Yeah, e5 is forced because he needs to play bishop f5. It's a good move, actually. Not 100% sure on how I should handle that. To be quite honest with you, yeah? Play queen c4. Bishop e6, not good, yeah? Just back up the queen. Back up the queen and prevent. He's going to play bishop g4. Or just play h5. Bishop f5, move the queen. And just, let the whole thing blow open. It's probably the best. Let the whole thing blow open. I'm going to bring the queen back to e2. If he takes on d3, I will pre-move, capturing back with the pawn. I know that e4 is a trick, followed by rook e8. I thought he might do it, but I was thinking a couple things. One, I was thinking that I can just take g6 and take f7 and just blow open the whole shebang and just be down a piece. And I just thought that his king would be wide open. Takes f7, king takes. I move the queen. How many pawns do I have for the piece there? I have 3, and his king is open. But that really makes it unclear. So maybe I was mistaken in going for this. I have to play knight to d2. I guess so. I guess so. And then I'm still threatening to take on g6, I believe. And then perhaps I should just be planning to move my queen and unpin the bishop so that I can take on f5. It's tough for black. I'm also threatening to move bishop e3, I just realized, which gains a tempo on the queen and unpins the bishop at the same time. Dual purpose, like Shao Kahn. Okay, now we gotta just take here. We just have to take there. He really would love to give the queen for 2 rooks, but in this kind of situation with the king being so open, it's not really an option. And if he allows me to, I might even play queen to c4 check, right? And unpin the bishop that way. And bishop e6 can be met by bishop d5. If takes, queen c4 check, king h7, I have to move this bishop, though. So I have to be a little bit careful. Unless I can just take f5 and then bring the queen into f7 with check. King takes h6. Gonna be wild. Okay, I can take here. He takes. And I have both queen to c4 check and queen to h5 check. I think this is just losing now. He must not have seen this move specifically. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, expected resignation. Okay, so that was interesting. Another Verisov gone wild, right? Verisov. Put your Verisovs on a leash, man. Yo, you got to get your Verisovs on a leash, dog. That happened. I'm gonna do a couple things real quick on the site to keep things going. and hope that everybody else is just gonna wait right there while I update a couple things. All right, that is done. Done and done. All right, let's go check out some games that are still in progress, shall we? Top board. Top boards, we have Dominguez Perez taking on National Master Ratvicus. This is interesting. Dominguez Perez is Sebastian, in case you're wondering. Top grandmaster, one of the best rapid and blitz players in the world. People don't know. It looks like Dominguez Perez is about to flag, but he's also completely winning. Wow, what's going on? Is he struggling that much with the lag? No, we're struggling with the lag. Hopefully he's pre-moving, because if he's not, he's got real issues. Wow, look at this. Mate in 1 on Queen G8 if he sees it. Or is he going to lose on time? Whoa, that's not even fair. You got to fix your connection, dude. Dominguez Perez has checkmate in 1 in this position with Queen to G8. Of course, anything else as well. Queen takes E5, etc. is winning. Probably he had pre-moved something like Queen takes E5 and then saw Queen G8 and tried to fix it and then ended up losing because of it. So that's just a shame. That's just a crying shame right there. Yeah, again, if you're just joining us, I am wearing a Cookie Monster hat today. A. Fier, also a deathmatch winner. Mr. Fier just lost to Grandmaster Vauban 1991. I actually don't know who Vauban is. Let's go ahead and check out his profile, shall we? Who is he? Andrei Vovk from Ukraine. So, that's a tough result there from Mr. Sebastian. What does that put us at in terms of the standings? You can't see it right now, but Vladimirovich, that of course is Mr. Dmitry Andreikin, is still 3 out of 3. How can I bring up the standings here? That's what I need to do. Is I need to bring up the standings in the Title Tuesday tournament so that everyone can see them as I look at them. So here are the standings. We have Mr. Amit and Naroditsky and Dmitry Andreikin. We have a lot of people. Still 3 out of 3. I'm amongst the big crowd of 2 out of 3s, the unluckies who got paired with people like Andreikin. It was an exciting game, though, right? I think this might end up being a regular thing. Maybe they're... Maybe we should plan on having some GM broadcast his games as he plays from the Title Tuesday each month. I can't do it every month. I'm only one man with one desire. You figure out what that is. But if I can, I think that analyzing these games, talking about the struggles of one strong player against another, I think it's perhaps instructive. I think that's a word. Next round is about to start. Again, Sebastian, that's got to be one of the biggest upsets so far, just lost to National Master Ratvicus, which don't take anything away from him. He managed to be 3-0, so good for him. Although, clearly doing it, riding a little bit on that bad European connection there from Mr. Dominguez Perez, who needs to correct it. All right. Hopefully, I can finish strong here. We have Little Peasant, who is Grandmaster Alejandro Ramirez. Alexander L. is Alex Lenderman. Yakov Norwitz, everyone knows him. Again, Dmitry Andreikin being the top player, I think, left as far as who's 3-0. A lot of other strong players, of course. Grandmaster Rogelio Barcenia. Sebastian, as we know, is Dominguez Perez. Lexi Sexy, the winner of the inaugural, the kickoff, first ever Title Tuesday. That is Jabava, the Georgian Grandmaster himself. So what's going on in terms of the games that are left? We have Misa Pop, Grandmaster Misa Pop versus Yahoo Chess. What's going on here? We have an extra piece for Misa Pop with what looks like it should be a pretty easy conversion here. No strong pass pawns. Brings the queen back. Probably he should give check, and then if he can slide with check, gain a little bit of time on the clock, I would do that, and then maybe pop up here. Okay, that's even better. In fact, it looks like King F4 should give us some mate here. Queen A1 check, Queen B5, Queen A5 check, King C4, Queen B4, King D3, Queen D4, King C2, Queen D2, King B1, Queen to D2 mate. That was Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura style. That's a checkmate, Holmes, and I helped. All right, let's get ready for the next round. I need some water. I wish Mike Klein was here so he could do something useful. No, I'm kidding. There we go. I got some water, everyone. Sean T style. Wow. So somehow he didn't get mated there. I guess I forgot the king could run to F1. Run this way. But okay, a queen trade is good enough, followed by a quick resignation, and here we go. Crack the fingers. I will delete away the... Oh, I forgot that the screen region there was blocking my analysis of the game, and everyone's upset about it. All right, playing ESR 4-4, National Master. Let's see what we can make happen here against, I believe, Mr. Evan Rosenberg, a friend of mine from back when we were all good chess players before life took over. All right, well, he's going to play a Trumpovsky. And I think he did that as a tribute to me, by the way. I think he did that just to show me that he still cares. I used to play the Trumpovsky back when I was a wee young'un. In 1955, there wasn't even an opening call to Trumpovsky. All right. Queen back to D8. Yeah. The bishop goes back to D3. I can take and then play D5. I can play D5 immediately. I want to maintain flexibility in the center. That's what I want. You know, I'm a try position kind of guy. I like to have the flexibility to go both ways. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm talking about pawn structure here, okay? Obviously. I'm going to play bishop to E7, get cackled, maybe play D6, bring the knight around. See, the pawn on D6 makes it much harder for him to create the chain that he wants, which will create some sort of pressure on the king side. It's a comfortable position for him to play right now, don't get me wrong. But I'm also okay. Yeah, now we'll get cackled. He'll bring the knight to G3. We'll put the knight on D7. Maybe rook F8 and rook E8 and knight F8 is one way to do it. A6. Make his life a little bit difficult if he's intending on playing E5. Right now I can actually take F3 and then just take on E5. Okay, I'll put the rook on E8 or D8. We'll go to E8. Oh, sorry, D8. Because I think if there's an open file that's going to be opened here, it'll be the D file at some point with E5 coming. Maybe he'll play C5. If there's... Okay, I'm not really worried about this. Knight F6 is probably also possible, but just be safe and maintain the flexibility because I feel like I still have a lot of ways to improve this position. I can play B5, I can put the rook on C8 and then B4, whereas with white is sort of a one-trick pony right now. White is relying on this E5 move. I can just take it and then take D4, right? Isolate the pawn. I think that's what I'll do. And I'd like to get something aggressive against the d-pawn and the pins, but I don't see anything happening, so I'm just going to put a rook on the c-file. Can everybody still hear and see? Everything's fine? It doesn't look like any issues right now. We are live streaming from Titled Tuesday. That is the once-a-month tournament for cash, titled players only on Chess.com. It's a great opportunity to stream some games where you know I will lose a lot, so the fans love that. Already lost one game to Dmitry Andrakin. That's right, the Dmitry Andrakin, if you're just joining us. Okay, he plays knight h5. I like that. I respect that. He's intending on playing queen to g3. This is the idea. Are we worried? Are we worried right now? It's a little bit tricky here. I don't have a clear move or a threat in terms of what I want to do. I guess I'll play g6. This is tough. Perhaps I can... Yeah, he's not... Is he really going to threaten to sack? Is he threatening to sack? I don't think so. I don't think so. Not that I'm really threatening to take and take there. It's just a big fancy trade. But at least a relocation of the bishop guards the dark squares and makes you feel a little cozier about the position of your king on the king side. Up on time, always important. I'd really love to sack the exchange here on d4 and eliminate undermine the protection of the knight on e5 if I could find a way to pick that up. A knight and a pawn with the two bishops there would be well worth that rook. But it's not that clear. I think I'll probably just play bishop g7, calm down, make sure he knows that his attack is going to be coming to a screeching halt, and then I'll probably try to relocate the queen. Maybe bishop to a8, put the queen on b7, or play b5 and bring the queen to a5, and maybe look for some squares to enter, to penetrate. Okay, well, he recognizes that he doesn't have a lot of choices here, I guess. I think that's a big mistake. But his call, I guess. Don't think he's getting nearly enough. Maybe he just recognized that with black having the bishop pair and without any chances, he didn't see a clear future. But okay, this is pretty easily winning for me if I can just focus. Good technique. Let's see. Rook takes d4 is already a move you got to consider because he can't take it. Rook c1 is mate. And that would allow me to then play something like rook to g4, which would be sort of an x-ray skewer. The only thing I have to be careful about is if rook takes d4, he has rook e8 check. Not so bueno. So I think probably the simplest solution is the best one. Just trade queens, play king to g7, remind him that we're up a piece, and just look to kind of gobble up some pawns here. Okay, again, I can take on d4 with the rook, because if he takes it, he's getting mated. Right? So let's go for that. Oh, wait, no. He can trade and then play check? No, he can't. He still gets mated. So I don't think he can do anything on that. At least not that's really effective. Yeah, now b6 is hanging, and maybe rook e7 check is coming. But I'm just going to play rook to c7 to guard against the tactics, and then come into the 7th rank, so I'm threatening bishop to d4 as well as the b2 pawn here, which I think should be good enough for the victory. Bishop to d4, he has check, so maybe just offer the trade. Offer the trade if he wants it. Pre-move, always pre-move capture, as we've learned in bullet brawls. I didn't offer you anything in life. I gave you some good bullet chess tips, right? At least you left and you learned something. I think it's mate. Mate and bake. He missed it. I got rook h1 mate coming. Mate and bake, and I helped. All right. Well, we're 3-1, everybody. Off to a good start. Can you feel it? Can you feel the tension? It's can you feel it? I think you could cut it with a knife. Nothing like tension that's not sexual, right? No sexual attention on these shows. Just good old-fashioned family fun tension. Tension in the room that when will Danny blunder next, right? When will he say something he's going to regret? When will these things happen next? Anytime now. I'm getting text messages. Hold up, Maselli's blowing up. You know, no big deal. NBD. I should probably back up and teach you guys something about this game, but I want to use the little time I have to hit the little boys' room because we are in the running here for the first time. This is probably the best Title Tuesday tournament I've ever had in my life, which is, you know, I don't know. I'm just glad you're all here. Just sit there and have a discussion amongst yourselves. All right, I'm back. Did you miss me? Look at that. I left, we had 530 viewers. I come back, we have 561. That means nobody left. That means you love me. I love you. I love you so much. Okay, we're 3-1. Let's bring up the standings because we know that everybody here wants to see the standings. Currently, there are games going. Vladimirovich 4 out of 4. That's Dmitry Ondrakin. Who's this guy here? Let's take a look at who that is. That's David Petrosian. Okay. Right now, still 4 out of 4. We'll be watching him closely. We've got Naroditsky, 3 out of 3, but still playing. So let's go ahead and bring up that game. What's going on in this game? Naroditsky is black and he's losing. That is not going to go well. Down a queen, and not a lot to show for it. That's penetration. It's going to pick up both pawns with check, and that should be enough to take the victory. If this is the last game, that means we'll be starting momentarily. Look at that stalemate trick. That's what I'm talking about. Always play for stalemate tricks, kids. Don't give up. Right? When it comes to stalemate, I like to think of a good Journey song. Don't Stop Believin'. I don't know. Something else. Okay, here we go. I think that was one of the last games. No, there's actually a few games going here. Let's go check out what's going on in Amir Balog's game, who's also played in a Blitz death match himself. Almost took down Georg Meyer as a massive underdog, so a very, very strong Blitz player. We know that to be the case. And that probably, his position probably should be a draw, theoretically, but I'm going to take Amir in this game. because I think it'll be, he's got a big time advantage, and I think it'll be harder for white to hold if black can just find a way to penetrate with the king. The issue is the only way to do it might be to try to like bring the king around, but doing so would allow the pawn to push. That's a big part of black's blockade here, is that he's preventing d5 from being possible. So is there a way for black to improve the position without allowing white's pawns to get going? Perhaps not. Maybe it is just a draw. Amir would like to think that there is. He'll probably play this game till there's, 200 moves being played. If you can't see, there's actually already 115 moves have been played. So let's go back to the standings and see what's going on. We've got still a few people that are 4 out of 4. And, hey, there's me. I'm in the top 15. Look at that little guy. Hi, little guy. It's me. I'm you. I'm so excited that you're here playing chess, buddy. Thanks, buddy. All right. Amir is still pushing this one on. And a lot of users in Twitch asking about the other popular streamers, from King Crusher to Chess Explained to Chess Network. There is no one else here. Okay, this is big boy chess on Chess.com. All right, Danny Rensch, Bullet Brawls. Follow me on Twitter. All right, this is super GMs. Okay, we're not playing 1800s here. This is going to be some real rough stuff today. I'm about to get killed. All right, so you should just buckle up and be excited when I start losing games. Grandmaster Gary wants a shout out in the Chess.com chat. Hey there, everybody. Hey, Grandmaster Gary. Hi, it's me, Danny. I'm you. I look different today. It must be the Cookie Monster outfit. We're going on 130 plus moves by Amir here. I think this is going to only end because of the 50 move draw rule. Amir is not going to give this one up. This is the last game going. We'll go ahead and bring back the standings here, if you're curious. Let's see what the standings look like now, given the situation. So only 3 people that are 4 out of 4, and this Amir battle here against a fellow GM opponent is not going to change that. So if I've got 3 out of 4, who am I going to get? Let's see. I might go up to play a Naroditsky. But there's definitely some players below me, too, that are 3 out of 4. So I'm not going to go down. I'm going to guess I get maybe either Misha Pop, or Lexi Sexy, who wouldn't like to see me get crushed by Jababa? Wait a second. What happened here? Amir managed to win this game? Unbelievable. Or did he? What is going on in this position? Where did we miss? Let's back up. I'll take away the screen region, everybody. Something strange happened. I don't know what's going on. He allowed d5 check. It's still going to be a draw. There's no chance for Amir to win. I guess now he's just going to have to sacrifice the rook. Take the draw. Which means the next round is about to start, everybody. Get ready. Buckle up. Here we go. Oh, I'm reading the Twitch chat all right. Reading all chats. Oh, okay, I get GM Lucky Tire. Now, I have played Valerie before. Canadian Open 2007. Look up the game. That was a rough loss for me. Real rough. All right, Valerie. It's revenge, buddy. Live on Twitch. Live on Twitch. Oh, you're going to play the C3 Sicilian? Right? Are we going to play weak openings, or should I just go home now? Right? Is that a weak opening, or are you just happy to see me? No, I'm kidding. I love talking trash, though. It's actually so much fun. I tend to talk more trash when I'm confident that I'm about to lose, because it makes me feel better that I got a few shots off, And am I really worried about e5 here? I don't know. Maybe. Is that an answer? I can also look to take and then play e5 myself. I think I've seen this. I think I can play this way. I shouldn't pre-move. Pre-moving would be bad. Unless it's a pre-move capture. Yeah, so now when he plays there, my idea is I want to bring the knight up. Bring the knight up. Put the knight on c5 and then maybe play a5 actually. To solidify that pony's position there. I'm not worried about the tempo. I'm going to play b6 and bishop a6. I was taught this sort of structural transition maneuver by the only Georgian grandmaster you should ever trust when it comes to pawn structure. That man is Georgi Kachishvili. No, I'm kidding. All Georgians should be trusted when it comes to pawn structure opinions. But Georgi taught me to this little transition with e5 and a5 as an effective approach. Although with b4 coming, am I worried about it? Am I worried about the future of that knight? I don't know. I don't know that I'm worried about b4 right away. The knight on c3 is not even protected. Let's see what he wants to do with that bishop. Yeah, he wants to back it up. I thought so. Now we'll go ahead and, I mean, I'm going to go here. I will invite him to play b4. See if he likes it. Okay. Put the rook on c8. At some point, he'll probably play queen to d2 and gain a tempo on this h-pawn, so I have to be a little wary of that. Don't blunder, kids. Some people commenting on my comments on Chess Explained and King Crusher and them. Those weren't shots fired. I love those guys. I mean, a little bit. I was just saying this is, this isn't just Blitz for commentary where I'm putting myself in position to play low-rated players. This is Blitz for commentary against really strong players. That's all I'm saying. So you decide what you want, Twitch community. No, I'm kidding. I love those guys. Their stuff is great. Here we go. He has to back up the bishop. I would like to take on b4. There's a potential discovery coming with knight to b5. Am I worried about it? Not really. I'm not really worried about it. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not worried about it. So I'm going to back up the queen. And I'll put the king on h7. To avoid this tempo. We should invite Jerry from Chessboard. The challenge is open. I have an open challenge to all YouTube personalities to have some Blitz battles where we both provide commentary. You know why? Because it's good for the kids. And what's good for the kids is good for me. All right? I'm all about that. He wants to trade. I bet you want to trade, big guy. I bet you want to trade. I bet you'd like that, wouldn't you? I'll do it. I'll take and I'll shake and bake. Bring that rook into a3, baby girl. Here we go. Here we go. I'm threatening knight takes e4. Don't you miss it. Don't you miss it. Oh, you defended it, didn't you? You defended it, you sly dog. I'd like to gang up on that knight on c3, like queen to c7. He'll play knight to b1. I don't want to get my rook trapped, though. It's one thing I don't want to do. He's also going to put the knight on c4 and take me to Forktown. I'd love to play this weird move b5 where you can't take it with anything. And if he plays knight to b1, I play rook to b3 and go after the b4 pawn. Super strange, right? Can he get away with it? One man, one calculation, one chance at victory. One. Okay, let's see. If I take c3... I don't like that he's bringing the knight to c4 because then he forks me and I'm taking too much time. I need to focus. I need to focus. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's go, Danny. Here we go. Here we go, Danny. Here we go. Here we go, Danny. Here we go. I don't know. I'm rooting for myself, even if you're not. All right? You've never been to Forktown? It's great. All kinds of spoons there. Lots of spooning. Okay? All kinds of stuff. I don't know what he's going to do next. What I do know is that this position is real messy. It's a real mess. Should I get the king off of the check? Should I play knight to b6 and put the knight into c4? Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Let's do it. Is he taking and gaining a tempo that I don't see? But his knight is pinned. He can't do that. If he takes and gains a tempo, his knight is pinned to his queen. Focus, Danny. You may have a chance to actually win this game and pull the upset here. I'm threatening knight a4. I'm also threatening knight to c4. There's so many things going on here. No, oh, what? Oh, I forgot I gave him that tempo. That hurt. Okay, but I can still go back because his knight is still pinned. It is still a mess. It is a mess. If I take everything on c3 and he takes b6 and I move the queen, I don't have enough. Go back. Keep it messy. Focus now. No more reading of the chat. He plays king up. He has nothing, or does he? He has something. I'm sure he has something. I'm down a pawn. I'm going to play f5 and f4. I wanted to get that rook away from check, because it's not so simple for him to untie things, I don't think. I really wanted to just take. I wanted to just take on e3 and get rid of that bishop, but I couldn't. He's going to play rook to c6. Wait a second. He plays rook there. I'll give check. Then f4. Takes. I'm going to take. Oh, I'd love to have something delicious here. What is it? Where's the delicious attack? Where's the delicious attack? Play rook a2. Go after that knight. Oh, hold a sec. Hold a tick. Can I do that? I don't know. What do I do? No. No. Our only chance now is a draw, which is not a very good chance. Oh, I blew it. No soup for you. Oh, crap, it's check. Alright, that's game over. Well, everybody, I fought hard, and I talked a lot of trash along the way. Can you ask anything else from me? I would submit that you cannot. Darn it. Do I have any final tricks remaining? His queen guards everything. Time to resign. Alright, everybody. Well, that stunk. I honestly just, let's back up. I think I just missed this b5 pawn here. I missed that putting the knight on b6 allowed him to take with tempo. So, I don't know how great this idea was to begin with, because if I don't have knight to b6 with some sort of follow-up, you know, then probably it's only a matter of time before I lose this pawn. You know, so if I play king to h7, like if I play king h7 here, and I'm going to try to do a similar sort of plan, like knight e8 and then maybe f5, but if he just guards the knight, and now he's threatening to take this pawn, and I think this whole thing is just kind of bogus. So where did it go wrong here? Because I felt like things were going okay. Perhaps I need to be, you know, less direct over here, just kind of maintain the tension. I got a little too excited, perhaps, about taking here and taking in rook a3. Maybe it's just not as good as it looks. So if I play like king h7, and, you know, because if he takes himself, like, yeah, what, right? I don't know if he has anything. Maybe I can prepare things so that I'm in a better position to get some counterplay. The other plan that I didn't play for at all, that honestly now I look at is just silly. I should be looking to play knight h5 and knight f4, because this is a strong plan, even in positions where, like, just to prove the point, tactically it doesn't work, but just to provide some positional advice. like, even in positions where you're losing the pawn, you're not worried about it because it opens up the bishop. I mean, here there's clear tactics. He can't take the pawn because the bishop's hanging and the knight's hanging. But strategically, this maneuver of the knight coming from h5 to f4 and opening up the dark square diagonal is actually a really good idea in this position, and I didn't go for it. So that was a problemo. I had knight takes d5 after queen to b5. Someone in Twitch just said that. I don't think so. I think you can just take with the queen, dude. Pawn takes? I don't think so. Again, if you're joining us on Twitch, this is being broadcast live from Chess.com/TV, but it's also where a bunch of title players have gathered, right? Mortal Kombat, right? Your soul is mine. Battling right now, the current standings, if we take a look after my loss, it looks like the only person who is now 5 out of 5, big surprise, is the one and only Dmitry Andreikin. One of the his performance against Le Quang Liem last May, where he just crushed the World Blitz champion, the Vietnamese #1 on Chess.com, was just amazing. And he just lost a death match recently to Vache Legrave, France #1, and also top 10 in the world. I don't know if he's in the top 10 currently, but has been. So Dmitry is obviously in the lead. We have an international master holding his own amongst the studs. Grandmaster Naroditsky. We got Jabava not far behind. Lucky Tiger, who just took me down. Now I'm in the 3 out of 5 category. And it looks like the game is starting, so we should focus. Here we go. Let's do it, everybody. Let's bring the noise, the funk, and the heat at the same time. Let's bring all three. The noise, the funk, and the heat, which, if you're keeping track at home, is the kind of stuff dreams are made of, all right? That's the noise, the funk, and the heat coming together to form a new kind of Avenger. Okay. This is not so good for for black, but we'll see. We love it when I'm supposed to play e5 right away. Darn it! I was supposed to play e5 before I played knight f3. Ugh! And that's how you get a good position against this knight. So now we're going to be in for quite the mess, actually. And it's actually an okay structure for black because the transition, it's like a Sicilian. So this is okay for him. Not ideal for me. Say that. I was supposed to play e5 first. But I didn't. And now here I am, crying over spilled milk. Which is never a good idea. I'm going to mix it up and get wild here. I'm going to get funky monkey. Yeah. I don't really care if you take my bishop, dude. Do it. Go on, do it. Just do it. I don't even care. Just do it. Alright? Just do it. I don't even care. Takes a knight to d5. Ooh, me like it, yeah? Slice Mickey. Oh no, he's got check here. Right. Castles. Long. I also have this idea of playing bishop h6 and just trading off. If I take and play knight d5, bishop g5 is met by f4. He's got nothing, yeah? Take it. Do it. Like it. Righto. The tactic is common where you take f6 and play knight d5, okay? Bishops on f6 are the path to the dark side. Bishop on f6 that can't give up protection of e7 is a bishop that will be captured and doubled. Anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering. Don't you forget it. Okay. Wait a second. He plays queen to c4. You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks for nothing. I don't even care, dude. Wait, it's my move here? Oh, he played queen a2. I accidentally backed up. Now that is good. I didn't realize the position. That's funny. That is funny. Good job. Good job. How do we deal with this? There's a lot of options. One of them is just c3. I like that move. I like it a lot. Play. If we can transition into the rook ending, who's better? Probably me, because his d6 pawn is isolated. What y'all think? What y'all think? Yeah, I bet you don't like that idea. I bet you're not thrilled about that queen trade, are you, buddy? I could play king c2 and then rook over, but it's not ideal for me. Perhaps I should take on g6. Okay, I have to be careful here. Not sure. If king c2 and then rook a1 is a threat. So I guess I'll go for it. He's going to back up to c4. And then I just want to bring my rook back over to d1 so that I can put my queen, or put my king into some square where it's protected. At this point, I'd have to be okay with a draw, right? If I can play king to b1 and keep the queen out of a2, maybe I can take on d6. All I want is a pawn. Okay, he wants the attack. All right, he's not kidding around. He's not looking for a piece, Bob Barker. He's looking for the whole thing. Tell him what he's won, John. Tell him what he's won, John. A worse endgame, where I'm going to go pawn gobbling. I don't even care, dude. Dude, I don't even care about the d6 pawn right now. You know what I do care about? Checkmate. h5 and h4, Holmes. h5 and h4, homie. Rook b5, king a1, and then what? And then what you got? Hold a tick. Me like it. Oh yeah, go ahead, take it. Take that pawn, buddy. What? Thank you. Okay. He wants it. So do I. I like it. I don't think he made a right decision there, right? I'm threatening queen h6 check, followed by queen takes f6 check. Now that the rook defends it, it's like Bob's your uncle. Where's my water? Where's my lubricant? Throat lubricant, that is. Is there a BM in chess, like Bad Master? Like Bad Senna? That's a good question. Okay. Now things have gotten real. Likely I'm winning here with just basically strong calculation, but I only have 20 seconds. If I give check and then check, I got nothing. If I give check and then take f6, hopefully I have something. Does he have rook c1? He has queen c2 check, but then what? I don't think he has anything. I don't think he has anything. Threatening mate. I'll pre-move this. No. I'll pre-move this now. And then I'm going to check and then take on b7. Yeah. Looks good. Now I'll give this check. Wait. That can't work. If I play f6, he trades. Comes up, he has nothing. He has nothing. He's running out of checks. He's running out of checks. Okay, I have this check. Can I trade queens and win? No, I can't. So give this check instead. Go to e7. I don't want to draw. I don't want to draw because I'm winning. But I think I might have messed it up, honestly. The win is not super clear here. Oh crap, does he have queen e6 check? e5, h5, king c3, h4, king d3, h3. Oh, darn it. I somehow lost this game? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, how did that happen? I must have missed a win just right there, the time control. You gotta be kidding me. That is so painful. I mean, I also probably should have just given checks a few times, given that I was down on time. I was trying to find the best win, which is just stupid. How am I not just, like, winning immediately here? I guess queen takes g5 is the most simple, huh? And if queen e6 check, then b3. Oh, that's painful. That is so painful. God, this was a good game too, and I just got under time pressure. That was just silly. So just queen takes g5, it's over, huh? Mate. If check, then here. So his best would be to run out. So, and that's why I went for the check and the check here, because I thought he was in a net, and I mean, I was less than 10 seconds, but still I should win that position 9 times out of 10. So, I mean, now I can give this check here. What's funny about the position is the only reason why it's a little deceptive is because despite the fact that I was definitely winning, and I'm not making excuses for myself, I should have won, but it's a little tricky because I have to be super careful about these queen trades because of this h-pawn. And so, like, you know, when his king has been in a mating net this whole time, it's easy to forget that. So that was just stupid play. So, no, chess is not a matter of luck. If you win, you deserved it for sure. It's not his fault I got under time pressure, right? So no, chess is not luck. That's a big confusion people have, comparisons with poker. I mean, I'm not saying that, I mean, sometimes from the other person's perspective, sometimes you benefit from your opponent being an idiot, right? So if that's the case, then you can call that lucky or not, but the bottom line is that there can be factors that contribute to your win that are outside of your control. If that's what we call luck, then yes, there is luck in chess. And so that would be a mistake to say there's no luck in chess. I mean, sometimes you win games because your opponents gave you chances and you didn't really have any choice in the matter. They basically blew it. You know, like in this case. But I would never say my opponent got lucky. I would never say that. You know, because if your opponent wins the game, it's because either you allowed chances, so you let something outside of your control affect the situation. You know, it's just... So there's no luck in that case, and it's not like there's a bad beat in terms of the cards, but doesn't mean I'm any less happy about losing that game. That was just stupid. But we got a few more rounds to go, so don't go anywhere. I still have a chance to score decently here. What's the standings? What's going on here? This guy David Petrosian beat Dmitry Andreikin? That seems hard to believe. But obviously that's the case in terms of the standings. Anyway, a little distracted. Sorry about that, but we have a few more games to go here in the Titled Tuesday tournament. Players competing for cash. The top seed and big favorite just went down, but we will watch it closely. My next game is starting. We have women's grandmaster Christina Feuser. And let's see if I can do a better job in this game of not messing up a good position. That was just heartbreaking because I really deserved to win that game in terms of the majority of how I played. But I don't say that again as if suggesting my opponent got lucky at all. Just it's frustrating when you blow a position like that under time pressure. It really is. It's frustrating. But there you go. Mr. Grandmaster Andrei Vavk deserved to win, and here we are against what is a hedgehog. Some funky looking business here. And I'll go ahead and back up this bishop to avoid some tempos. Play h4 and h5 here. Open up some targets. Now, do I want to play for d5 or e5? I don't know. Either way, I want to castle long, though. Doesn't make black's life easy. I will take it for sure. And really, this is really what's going on here. Opening up the d file like that. e5. Takes, and takes. I'm attacking a lot, but is it enough? I don't know. Seems strange that black can get away with this. Definitely seems strange that she can get away with this. I'd like to just start opening up the position and really try to take advantage of black's king being in the center, but I don't see anything concrete, and that's the problem. I don't see anything concrete. And now I'm going to take my entire 3 minutes trying to solve and bust the position instead of just playing. That's the problem. When you try to find good moves, you usually lose. Putting the king on b1 as a prophylactic measure. I'm not even really that worried about her castling long. I just felt like there should be something concrete. If she castles long, there's still some problems there. You know? But I just felt like there should be something even better that I just do not see right now. If bishop a4 now and b5, if I take everything and take with the knight, I do get this check, which I guess is worth the invite. See if she wants to go for that. Call the bluff. Yeah, she doesn't want to. So that means we're going to take, and the nice thing about that is that at the very least now, if she ever castles long, that light square bishop is gone. But, you know, some ugly things have happened here for me, too. I had to give up this this dark square bishop. So I'm going to play e5, mainly because I want to create this square for my knight. And with some of the minor pieces being gone, you know, there's some weaknesses here for black. That's my idea, is to sort of force her into castling, where I can then kind of open up the position, open up the king side. If she castles, I have knight takes, g5 takes, and h6. If she takes, now I have knight to d6 check, which is in an intermezzo, which I think I should play. I definitely think I should play that. And now I can take here, can't I? She can't move the knight because it's pinned to the rook. She can play rook d8, though. And oh, I have knight takes c6 though, and a lot of knight takes f7 in a lot of the positions because I'm also threatening the knight on c6. I didn't see that. That's actually good for me. So now I'm threatening knight takes f7 as well. Position is tougher for her than I thought. Still don't like my time management. Makes me know I need to focus here. Focus and execute. Hold a tick. Hold the phone. Shut the front door. Say what? Did I just give every possible version of that? Shut the front door. Say what? Hold the phone. How many times can we say that? She's got to be calculating f4 right now. I'm not sure if I can take on f4. Takes, king to g8. Where's the follow-up? Where is the follow-up? I do have h6. That seems so scary for black, right? So scary for black. But no one ever won a game because it was scary. I'm going to do it anyway, though. Oh, what am I calculating here? I don't know what I'm calculating. Danny, jeez. Don't be stupid, buddy. I thought I had h6 there. It's that the h-pawn was disappearing. I only have the g-pawn. I mean, this position is still super tough. Black is playing down a rook. I have f4 and g5 coming. I still like my chances. But I'm just kind of being stupid as far as what I thought I had next. I can also just play g5 right away, because if he takes it, h6 is just really scary. But I'll probably build up on the position, because I don't see a clear way for her to untangle. Right? Like if she plays queen to d7 to guard everything, if I just play f4, she can't move the knight still. I'm threatening g5 in a lot of positions. So it's not so simple. Not so simple. Okay, wait. Bishop e5, I have check. And then I take there with check. That's winning. Gotta be. Oh, if I'm taking there, it's not check anymore, huh? But that's still... Can she do that? I guess we're going to find out. Whoa, we are definitely going to find out right here, right now. Crazy, crazy position. Not a lot of time. And she did manage to sort of untangle. Got to give her credit for that. Looks like I managed to whoa, she's just going to Sacktown? Guess I'll just take it. She is managing to play decently well here. I know you're threatening, mate. I go there, and it's over. Oh, that was nerve-wracking, huh? Did you feel it? You feel the tension there? Right? A little scary. I would take off the Cookie Monster hat, but have you ever wondered who's underneath the Cookie Monster outfit on Sesame Street? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, right? You don't want to find out what's underneath this guy. Okay. All right, well, I managed to get a win, turning around from that real tough one. I was wrong to believe that Petrosian had taken down Andreykin. He must have beaten somebody else. because now he is faced with Dmitri, the monster himself, although playing very well, it seems. The rook ending is probably... This rook ending was probably better for Petrosian here. It would seem that way. Yeah, they agreed to a draw, but probably because Andreykin was unable to see a clear line. Like, if h3, rook takes, h2, the rook just picks up the pawn, so black is just too slow. And if the pawns fall, you know, white definitely has a more solid structure. But the thing is, like, even if rook over, like, if we check and trade off the b for the d pawn, probably white is also better there because of this pawn's isolation from the rest of the pack. Probably a draw. Even so. But if Andreykin's not willing to push on the position for the win, then my guess is that that he must have thought he was worse. Let's take a look at what happened there. Nothing like ugly anti-Sicilians, right? Our favorite. All right, and then we have this long maneuvering battle. Would seem like Dmitri was feeling good about his position, but not able to come up with anything. What other games are left? We have Dominguez Perez, who just won against FIDE Master Dr. Holmes. Okay. Dr. Holmes? I thought it was... Is that like what Sherlock Holmes... Was Sherlock Holmes a doctor? Probably a doctor or something. Right, Dr. Seuss. No, that made no sense. And it wasn't even appropriate for the audience. All right, standings. Let's take a look. What is going on with the standings? We have Lucky Tiger now atop the field, along with a few others, and I am playing Cheesy Center, FIDE Master Cheesy Center. Say what? I've played him before. Yay! I'm kidding. I have played him before, though. Nothing like somebody whose avatar is Will Ferrell from Elf, right? You got to give him props for that, because it means at the very least, at one point in time, he appreciated humor. Aha. Weirdness. Weirdness, weirdness, and the whole likes of it. I'm going to play this way, because it is so weird that we like it, yeah? Takes him right out of theory. Yeah, you like that? No more opening theory for you, kitty cat. We are headed toward non-theoretical town. Population U, bro. Plus I have the bishop pair, which, if you're wondering, is better than one bishop. Two bishops are better than one. And my plan here is going to be to rock his world on the queen side. Just give up pawns. Don't even think about it. Just throw pawns, throw caution to the wind so that you can open up files against the opponent's king and don't look back. When in doubt, sack pawns. I'm going to play rook to b8, and then we'll see what happens next. Aha. He says, I know what you plan. Alright, we'll play a5. He plays knight d5, yeah? What's he doing here? Maybe I messed up. Gonna take there. Queen c5, knight f6, chop, chop, chop. Queen to b5. Knight takes f6, chop, chop, chop. And I get a4. And his bishop has to move. But it's getting real dicey. Is dicey a word they still use? I think so. Alright, well, I'm kind of committed with my with my blitz play, right? I am committed, pot committed, as they say, to the queenside attack. Bankrolling the queenside attack. Yeah, he plays a4, so now I'm going to put the knight here. Or, sorry, the queen here. And, okay. The problem is I opened up the threat of rook takes b3, didn't I? I thought I did. That was my idea behind inducing a4. So either I'm missing it or he missed that. I think he needed to play like king b1 first, and then I was going to try like f5 and open it up a little bit. It's still a mess, but I think this was a blunder by him. That was the idea of queen to b5. See, queen to b5 threatened a4, so he was naturally induced to play a4, so now queen to c5 threatens the bishop because the pawn is no longer defending it. That was the key, right? He develops the knight. I like to bring more pieces into the attack. I like to play knight b4. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Actually, I still have queen to e3 check at any moment, so I'm not super worried about him trying to dislodge my queen from the pin and then win the rook, because I can play queen e3 check and then deal with the rook safety henceforth to wit afterwards. Chekaruski. Take here. Attacking his rook, pinning the pawn. Next, we shall attempt to bring the other rook into the game. Keep... Oh, I can't do that. Cropolo. Marco Polo. This just seems like he should just be losing like any moment, though. I mean, if I bring the rook over, he mates me. But where's the beef here? If I can take f3 too and just get the 2 pieces for the rook. Now, if I take b2 takes, rook to b8 check. He can't go to the a file, but he can go to c1. And then what? Queen to e3. He blocks. Queen a3 check. He moves. Whew. I don't see anything fancy. Right? I'd like to bring my knight to b4 and attack c2. Oh, he sees us coming. He says, I saw that, and I raise you. Time to get that rook off the pin. Threaten rook e1 check. I did want there to be more than that, but there wasn't more than that apparently, or I missed it. Am I threatening something like bishop to d3? If bishop d3, if takes, king a1, where's the beef? Where's the mate? I don't see it. I need to play bishop to c4 perhaps just to guard f7 and free the rook. This isn't so easy, and I only have 30 seconds. I'm up a piece, but a piece is a piece as long as it's a piece. I can take on c2, and if he takes with the knight, then bishop d3, possibly. So maybe I'll play bishop to c4. Oh, bishop to c4 also threatens bishop to b3, because he can't take with the knight, queen c2, and he can't take with a pawn because it's pin town. Population c2, bro. Ah, he sees this and he prevents it. He says, no way, Jose. The problem is you just can't play chess like this. You just can't play chess like this. Rook e1, knight d3 check. What are you doing? All right, I'm going to roll the dice. You can't take that bishop, baby girl. You can't take that bishop. And that's a problem. Okay, but now I can take here. I mean, there's actually several things to do after that. Yeah. Take here first, because you can't take it. It's mate. If king c1, queen e1 mate, and if king a1, I have several moves, including queen to e1 and then queen b1. All right, it's mate. All right, good job, everyone. We did it. Hey, you guys did great. You hung in there. All you guys watching, you were so supportive. I love it. I love how you're undermining me. Okay. Did you hear your name? Fancy. That's Checolina Lashlamba, followed by Richie Valens and Lala Bamba. La 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 bamba, señorita. Y mucho de gracias. Didn't that the song? That's Tactics. Alright, so what's going on here? I just won a chess game. I now have 5 points in the tournament. I have 2 losses. No, I have 3 losses. I lost to Andrakin. I lost to Aveskulov. Those were like, tough games. I was better in the game with Andrakin. Never really better against Aveskulov. But then the game I really blew was the one against Andre Vovk. So that was tough. Let's bring up the standings and see where 5 out of 9. 5 out of... How many games have I played? I played 8, so we only have 1 more game. See where it puts me. Okay, I'm in the top 17. If I win my next game, which will definitely be against a pretty good player, then I might have a chance to finish amongst the elite. Alright, so what's going on here? Look at Vavan, who took me down, won again. Look at him. He's having a great tournament. That's all it takes to have a good tournament, just beat Danny. Lucky Tiger, still, look at that. All the guys I lost to are in the top 3. So in a way, I'm leading the tournament. Okay, I know that sounds weird to you guys, but here's how I think about it. The 3 guys I lost to are in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You do the math. Tell me who was responsible for getting those guys there. Is it their own play? Or is it me? You decide. Follow me on Twitter, at Daniel Rensch. It's not nearly as exciting, but I feel like I'm supposed to say that because they're always like, oh, get more Twitter followers. That's what you're supposed to do. Durr. So I usually just use it to say things that are mildly inappropriate, sometimes push the envelope. I also enjoy a good massage, good walk on the beach. I like to play board games. I'm into board games. I don't know if you know that. This is a chess channel. Okay, so Dominguez Perez is Sebastian. Naroditsky's also playing like a stud today. How to Tame a Dragon. I love that name. That's probably like a kid whose favorite movie literally is How to Tame a Dragon, right? I don't know what else is going on here. It looks like David withdrew from the tournament, leading. So that doesn't make a ton of sense, but hey, stranger things have happened. Let's get ready for the last game. I'm 5 out of 9, 5 out of 8, everybody. I have a chance. I could have been a contender. David got banned. I'm going to confirm that right now. Because we don't ban unless we're sure, unless we're more than sure. It's like beyond being sure. But it would be very disappointing that someone would do that. We've had some issues with that particular member. I'll just say that because it's not really appropriate to discuss things. But I hope that that's not the case. Although I have been confirmed that yes, he was banned. And so you will make of that what you will. What's important is that we are moving forward in the game of life. I know what you're thinking. When did Superman and Danny switch offices? I know that's what you're thinking. All right. I got one more game, everybody. Let's take a look at the games that are still going and see if we can... discussing with my team what happened in a certain situation. But okay, here we go. Let's find a way to see if there's any games still going. A couple games still going. There here we go. National Master So Fluffy. Good player for sure. Against Grandmaster Gevorg Harutanyan. Pretty sure he's Armenian. Wait, So Fluffy just won. Nice. Oh, no, he didn't. Wait a second. So Fluffy is white. The board's just sort of weirdly reversed. This is theoretically a draw. Rook and Knight are not really able to make consistent progress against the Rook without a blunder. And it's even harder to win with the Rook and Knight than it is with the Rook and the Bishop, which is a theoretical draw as well, but the defense for Rook and Bishop is much trickier. So, defending against Rook and Bishop is not easy, and it's often won by the Rook and Bishop. But once you kind of know the defense, it's you can shoot for the positions that allow it, but they involve like some stalemate tricks and all kinds of stuff. You can actually watch some videos. Grandmaster Josh Friedel did some videos on the Rook and Bishop draw on Chess.com. Good videos. Highly recommend them, yeah? Nice. Giving a check, yeah? All right. This game should be a draw any moment as soon as So Fluffy has defended for 50 moves. He's in a better position now than he was when we first started watching. So, how many moves have been played without any exchanges? Yes, it is a draw. Theoretically, it is a draw. And looks like finally the 50-move rule occurred. So the last game is coming. You guys ready? This is it. This is where we show that I can finish with a 6 of 9 score. All right, slightly higher rated opponent. Fly so high. Wasn't that like some sort of rap, hip hop song, right? Got me feeling so sugar how you get so fly. No, sugar how you get so fly, right? Sugar how you get so fly, right? That song, you know what I'm talking about. All right. This is theory, kind of a weird sideline, but theory nonetheless. You stop the check, and now I'm going to take and then attack the queen. That's what we do. And I'd like to get castled and then trade queens ASAP. Okay, well, there's a number of things to consider here, including taking f2 because he's not threatening anything yet. I'd also like to play b5 and consider sacking the exchange if I could get something out of it. Some tacticos. Yeah. Some tacticos. We'll play here. He'll play bishop f3. He's playing like he knows all this stuff, like it's all theory. So probably is. I mean, he's playing like he knows exactly what he's doing, and I'm sort of under the gun to come up with something, some trickarooskies. Rook a7 defends the rook with the bishop, so the b5 is actually a possible threat. That's the idea. And he's played really quickly. Definitely some pressure on the d-file, but if there's not a concrete threat, a lot of the center's been traded away, so I could probably equalize, make some exchanges. Of course, I'd like to play b5 as soon as I can. He's going to back up the queen. I guess we'll play b5 now. And I'm going to have to take on e5 because there's a threat of knight to c6. I'm aware of the threat. And the question is, what next? Do I play bishop to b7 and just like make an exchange? I'd like to play b4, but he puts the knight on a4, and that doesn't look super great for me. Probably just bishop to b7 is just, you know, don't be super ambitious about my chances here. Don't look for anything super aggressive. Just get developed. Simplify the position a little bit. Wait for your opportunity. All right, we'll take here. I'm going to put the rook over on c8. Might even play rook to d7 next. Just exchange everything. Exchange everything. Is he threatening anything? Not really. He's not really threatening anything with that move. Not to say that I'm threatening anything. I can play knight h5 and just go back and just play a little tickle, right? Knight e8 also makes sense. Guard everything, maybe play f6 next, where my rook can guard g7. I can also just play rook to d7 and just simplify. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Make a pre-move capture. In case he wants to trade, he can play knight e4, which I thought he might do at some point. The problem is, what's he threatening? If I just play f6, takes. If he takes there, you take. Okay, no, I can't just play f6. Duh. Is he threatening anything now? Not really. I can play rook to d1 too. I mean rook to d8. Oh, down on time. Focus. Focus, cheesy. Focus, focus, hocus pocus. If he moves the rook off, then I'll probably play f6 next. Now I'll take with the queen, so I'm threatening d1, at least. Threatening to come into d1. And when he moves... Oh, wait, he blocks it, but now I'm going to come back to f8. This was my idea. As long as there's no knight f6 check threats, which I don't see. So I'm defending everything as best I can right now. You know, I really want to win this game. I really, really want to win this game. Like my daughter would say in Dora, I really, really think I can. I really want to do it. We know that you can do it. Come on, you can do it. Queen to e7 and then f6. And then e5 and sort of kick him back a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so he wants to play f5. Move sort of keeps him out. I'm going to meet f5 with e5. I've been under some pressure this whole game, so I'm just trying to play some solid moves right now. Play some solid chess. What's he doing? He's going to go over there, huh? I don't really want to even defend that. I'd rather come up. And I'd like to do something like knight to c7. I just don't have a lot of time here. I just don't know what to do here. It's tough. That's why it's 3-minute chess. No excuses. Gotta play fast. Playing quickly here. Oh, why is he doing? Oh, gosh. Darn it. That was stupid. That's a blunder. That's what happens when you keep getting yourself under time pressure. So, that was just silly. Darn it. Not going to finish with the result that we wanted, everyone. I was really nervous. Don't know why. Probably because a lot of people were watching. But I had a chance at 6 out of 9 there, which would have placed me in the top 15 for sure. Looking at the standings. Good play by my opponent. He was putting pressure on me the whole time. I mean, I'm not sure how well I defended overall. Perhaps this whole idea should have just been shut down with knight to c7. Guarding a6, guarding e6, then I can move the rook and go into d5. The knight. Yeah, why didn't I do that? Knight c7 if you play... I thought of like some pin, but I just have rook to d7. Unpinning everything, and then again, knight d5 is going to be a threat in a lot of positions. So I really lost the thread on the position here. And so did my best to push this, but the e6 pawn is weak, and I thought I would maybe have a chance because he was getting under time pressure here. I don't know if there were any other tactics besides what I went for. King f7 was a bad move. Probably should just go back to d7. Guards the knight, prevents f5, and actually threatens rook c4. And the queen's here. Yeah, I feel like even here I was in a position to win the game. I mean, I was up. I think if I remember, he was down under 10 seconds, and queen to d7 looks good. It threatens rook c4, and there's some pressure here on these pieces. So, oh no, it doesn't threaten rook c4 because e6, but it does threaten king f7, which was the reason I played king f7 was to try to. I was going to try to guard the pawn so I could try to keep pushing him back. So maybe queen to d7, and then but. I'm only evaluating that I had chances to win this just because of time. I mean, honestly, on a chess level, I really have no excuses here. My opponent played incredibly well, outplayed me, and with that, took home the cake. So, final standings, if we want to take a look at them, let's go ahead and bring it up so everyone can see. It looks like right now, Naroditsky is playing for first, along with Vav here, because Vladimirovich finishes with 7.5 out of 9. So if Naroditsky can win this game, which looks like he's about to, he's going to take home first place here. Wow! Congratulations to Naroditsky. Amazing. So Naroditsky just leapfrogged. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show you the position. He was winning here with the 2 pieces, but Naroditsky just leapfrogged Dmitry Andreikin, upsetting the favorite. Taking first place with 8 out of 9. Andreikin finishes with 7.5 out of 9. Aveskulov with 7, and Andrei Vav finished with